Welcome to this yoga practice. We can begin in a kneeling position, untucking all the toes, hands resting on the thighs, keeping the eyes closed. Begin to tune out everything from the day and tune inward into the present, into your body. Clasping the hands behind the back, inhale, look up, open the chest, open the shoulders. Exhale, coming forward, forehead to mat, reaching the arms overhead. Inhale, coming back up, opening the front side of the body. Exhale, coming forward, opening up the shoulders, rounding the spine. Inhale, coming back up, looking up, opening the chest, the heart. Exhale, coming forward, rounding the spine, forehead to mat. Inhale, coming up onto the knees, into camel pose. Hands can either be on the heels or on the lower back. Releasing any tension from the heart and the chest, letting the head lean back. Hips are over knees. And then inhale the arms up, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart, sitting back on the heels. Taking a moment to relax the mind. Notice any sensations in the body. Let's open our eyes and bring our hands forward, stepping back into plank, keeping the toes tucked, lower the hips into an upward facing dog, raising the hips back into downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward into plank. Exhale, lower down Chaturanga, inhaling to an upward facing dog. Let's hold this pose, letting the hips and the front side of the body open, releasing any tension from the heart. Face is soft, jaw is relaxed, eyebrows are soft. Inhale, lifting the hips and pressing on the tops of the feet. Exhale, rolling over into downward facing dog. Holding this pose, middle fingers pointed toward the top of the mat, thumbs pointed toward each other. Inhale, rolling forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Let's hold this pose. Soft in the eyebrows and jaw. Hands are under shoulders. Knees and thighs are lifted off the ground. And then inhale, lifting the hips, pressing on the top of the feet. Exhale, rolling over the toes into downward facing dog. Inhale, coming forward, slowly rolling the spine to plank. Exhale, lower down Chaturanga. Inhale, opening the heart into upward facing dog. Let's hold this pose. Exhale, lifting the hips and pushing back into downward facing dog. Taking an inhale together. Exhale. Close the eyes, opening up the back of the legs, strengthening the body. This will be our resting pose. If you're not feeling this today, alternatively, lower down and take a child's pose. Keeping the focus within, letting everything else go, and just being your eternal self. come forward and lower the knees down, exhaling into puppy pose. Forehead can come to the mat, toes can be tucked or untucked, reaching forward with the arms, hips above knees. We'll take a few breaths in this pose. Inhale, coming forward with the heart into Sphinx, opening up the chest. Elbows are under shoulders, fingers are spread wide, feet can be apart, mat distance if you like. And lower the head down, coming into crocodile, resetting the spine, perhaps closing the eyes here. On an inhale, push up into plank. Exhale, come back, downward facing dog. Inhale together and exhale. Inhale together and exhale. Inhale, rolling the spine forward into plank, coming onto the knees. Maybe untuck the toes. We'll take puppy pose one more time. Coming down onto the forehead or maybe the chin, arms reaching forward, connecting here with the breath. Now releasing from this pose, sliding the body forward into Sphinx, taking a few breaths here, letting the low back release. Lowering the forehead down, pushing up into plank, and back into downward facing dog, pushing back through the heels into the palms of the hands, hips are lifted, and then stepping forward on an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold, maybe hug behind the knees, keeping the weight distributed evenly from the front to the back, left and right. Release the knees, plant the hands, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching all the way up, palms together, mini back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Taking a moment here to find your balance and connect with the breath. Inhale, reaching the arms up, palms together, mini back bend. Exhale, falling forward, planting the hands, step back plank, inhale. Exhale, lower down Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, coming back into downward facing dog. Inhale. exhale. Inhale, stepping forward, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees, letting the body hang loose. Maybe bend one leg and hold it. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Releasing, bend the knees, and inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, coming all the way up, reaching the arms overhead, mini back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reaching the arms up, mini back bend. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands, step back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, opening the heart into upward facing dog. Exhale, lifting the hips back into downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Left leg meets right. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Maybe bending the other leg if you bent one before. Letting the head, neck, and shoulders hang loose. Release. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, reaching all the way up, palms together, mini back bend. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms reach up, mini back bend. Exhale, hands to heart, forward fold. Maybe hug the thighs, calves, or grab onto the ankles, allowing the head, neck, and shoulders to hang loose. Breathing deeply into the back of the body, folding from the hips, and allowing the body to release with each exhale. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Great job. Now let's release. Inhale, halfway lift. We'll move through a Vinyasa, maybe jumping back into Chaturanga. Inhale, opening the heart into upward facing dog. Exhale, lifting the hips and coming into downward facing dog. We'll take rabbit, lowering the knees to the ground, forehead to knees, toes are tucked, grabbing the heels, lifting the hips up. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Alternatively, take a child's pose. Option to release the heels, clasp the hands behind the back and stretch out the shoulders. Option to keep the toes tucked or maybe relax them to the mat at this time. We'll keep holding this pose for a few more breaths. Let's release from this pose. Arms can come to the sides, booty can sit back on the heels. We'll take embryo. When you find yourself in a comfortable position, maybe close the eyes, giving us a moment to connect with ourselves, with our breath, and the present moment. Releasing from this pose, inhale, look up and reach the arms forward, transitioning back into puppy pose. Taking the forehead, chin, or maybe the chest to the mat this time. Toes can be tucked or untucked. If you find that the body starts to release, allow it to. Change your position. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Excellent job. Let's slide forward into crocodile, resting the forehead on the forearms, maybe closing the eyes. Let's take a moment to reset the spine, connect with our breath one more time. Together, let's inhale and exhale. From crocodile, we can transition into prone shavasana by keeping the arms resting at the sides and turning our head to one side, closing the eyes. Allow the body to be loose now and the breath to return to its natural pace. I'll let you know when we've reached halfway and we can turn our head to the other side. If this pose doesn't feel right for you today, try lying down flat on the back with the eyes closed. If you haven't already and it feels right, maybe switch your head to the other side. Let's begin to bring awareness back to the physical body at this time. Maybe flutter the eyes open, take some little movements, and when you feel ready, pushing up into a comfortable seat. I'm inviting you to take a few final breaths together, inhaling the arms up, exhale hands to heart. Inhale the arms up, exhale hands to heart. One more time, inhaling up, palms together. Exhale slowly, hands to heart. You did amazing. Thank you so much for joining today. Namaste.